I've been using the Apple Watch Series 7 since I bought it in 2021, and here's my honest review. I'll be splitting up the video into 5 parts: performance, battery health, health tracking, favorite features, and whether I would recommend the product or not. Performance. When the Series 7 watch was launched, it had an S7 chip with a dual-core processor, which at the time was supposed to give you 20% more power than the Series 5 watch. And I can confidently say that after 3 years of heavy use, the watch still runs as fast as it did when I first got it. Opening and exiting apps is a breeze, and I rarely encounter any stuttering or freezing problems with the watch. I think this can be down to Apple optimizing their watch and their OS software to make sure that the watch lasts longer. Now, speaking of performance, with the release of watch OS 11 later this year, Apple has reportedly decided to cut support on the Apple Watch Series 4, 5, and original SE model. Now, the Apple Watch Series 6, 7, and 8 all feature the same CPU, so you can expect that those watches will continue to get updates for the foreseeable future. Health tracking. Now, in my previous video, I talked about why the Apple Watch is my favorite Apple product, and it's simply down to the health functions that this watch can track. I can easily track my steps, calories burned, and my workout time, and so much more. I've also started to wear my watch while I go to sleep, and it's so fascinating to look back on the health data just to see the amount of sleep cycles my body goes through throughout the night. Favorite features. Now, one of my favorite features about this watch isn't a software thing, but the way that it was designed. When Apple released the Series 7 watch, it actually redesigned the entire watch face so that the screen takes up more of the watch. And this led to each model size being slightly bigger, with 41 millimeters and 45 millimeters now being the new standard. This means that the screen is more enjoyable to use because you're getting more screen for your watch. Now, talking about some of my favorite software features, as I mentioned before, I love the health tracking functions of the watch, but stepping outside the health world, some of my favorite things are just the fact that messaging and phone notifications pop up right on your watch. And let me tell you, when you're someone that is cooking all the time, having the ability to answer your call with the tap of your wrist or your tap of a finger is just so convenient. And also being able to set timers using Hey Siri, or being able to use a stopwatch during your workouts just makes the overall ability of using the watch way more convenient. I also really love using the camera app on the Apple Watch. We all know the problem when it comes to taking group photos with the rear cameras on the iPhone is the fact that no one knows if they're in frame or not. With the camera app on the Apple Watch, you can get a live feed of what your iPhone is seeing right on your watch, so you can clearly tell if people are in frame or not. And also, the calculator app on the Apple Watch can actually calculate the percentage you want to tip for whenever you go to restaurants or you just want to tip people. I think it's also important to note that I only have the Wi-Fi only model with this watch, so that means I need to have my iPhone with me in order for the watch to have its full functionality. So I know a lot of people actually like to opt for the cellular model if there's someone that runs or works out a lot, because you have the convenience of being able to leave your phone at home and just take your watch with you to the gym or when you go out on runs. Convenience is the name of the game for a lot of the features that I listed out. Being able to change your songs with the tap of your wrist, being able to reply back to messages and answer phone calls by looking at your watch just makes your life slightly easier. I know in the grand scheme of things, these things really don't matter, but the fact that you don't have to pull out your phone all the time for all these functions makes your life a little bit more convenient. Battery health. Now, this is where having a watch that is a couple years older, you can feel the effects of it. Currently, my battery health is at 78% maximum capacity, and I can feel the full effects of that health dropping below 80%. My watch does struggle to make it a full day without a charge, especially if I work out that day. It's just frustrating knowing that I have to charge my watch all the time in order for it to last the entire day. But the caveat here is that when the Series 7 watch was announced, Apple redesigned the Apple Watch charger so that it included fast charging. So the great thing is that I can just plug in my Apple Watch for around 15 to 30 minutes and my watch is basically at full charge, or it's close to it, so I can have the ability to just go on throughout the day. Now, if your watch is under 80% maximum capacity, Apple will replace the battery for you, but you need to be under Apple Care coverage. Now, if you're someone like me who isn't under Apple Care coverage anymore because your device is more than 3 years old, when I went to the Apple store, Apple quoted me around $99 in order for the device to be fixed. You simply need to send in your Apple device and then they will fix the battery for you and ship it back to you. Would I recommend the Apple Watch Series 7? The short answer is yes. I would recommend people to still buy the Apple Watch Series 7 in 2024. Now, just doing a quick glance on Facebook Marketplace, a lot of Apple Watch Series 7s are ranging anywhere from $120 to $220 depending on the model that you get. And you obviously want to factor in what the maximum health capacity is for that battery. So you want to factor in the cost of replacing that battery, but that's still a great deal considering I paid close to $400 for my watch brand new in 2021. And with that, you're getting a Apple Watch Series 7 that is still highly capable in 2024, still runs really fast, and is still relatively smooth device to use. So if you're someone that has been wanting to get into the Apple Watch ecosystem and try out one of the devices, or you're a bargain hunter when it comes to tech products, I think the Apple Watch Series 7 is a simply great bargain in 2024 for what you get. Thanks for watching. With love and respect, Yash.